Kimberly Gratton charges that her 17-year-old daughter, Kelly Gratton, is unruly and out of control. Kimberly says Kelly is having unprotected sex and has already contracted a sexually transmitted disease.
All right, Ms. Gratton, we've got problems here.
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
She is sexually active. Is that a fair account?
Yes.
Are you having sex without protection?
With the last one, I've been with him for 1.5 years.
So how old were you when you started having sex?
15.
It's okay to have unprotected sex with him because you've been with him for 1.5 years?
No.
Is that what that means?
It tells you that I've been with the same person for 1.5 years, and if I was going to get pregnant or catch anything, it would have been happened.
Oh. Not only are you sexually active, you're also naive.
I'm with him and he's with me, and that's the end of that.
Are you willing to bet your life on it? Because that's what you're doing.
She doesn't know where he's at 24 hours a day.
Concerned about her getting pregnant?
That and, you know, the disease she can catch, and about her schooling.
Sounds like to me that you decided that you were more interested in boys than you were in your books. I want you to spend time with a healthcare professional.
You terrify me when you tell me that you're not having protected sex. I was in a relationship for a number of years with someone who loved me, you know, and I loved him. It turned out he was cheating. I contracted HIV from him. As a matter of fact, he had it, was getting treated for it. Living with me and still having unprotected sex. You know, there's so much about these diseases that people don't know.
I'm gonna go to him and tell him that from now on, I want him to wear a condom.
What if he doesn't want to?
That lets me know he doesn't care, no matter how much he says he does.
All right.
Good luck.
All right, tell me about the experience.
She kind of let me know that what I was doing was very ignorant, and I thank her a lot for sharing her story with me because it let me see that it can happen to anybody. So I have decided to protect myself from now on because I want to keep my life.
That's all we can do, Kelly. I mean, ultimately, it's not your mother, it's not the judge, it's not Miss White, it's on you. If nothing further, we will stand adjourned.
Shanitra Bennett is suing her former best friend, Carl Johnson, for $925 she lent him to move into his apartment.
All right, I understand that you have a claim.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and I want to know what has happened. Apparently, you and Mr. Johnson were friends at one time.
Yes, we were.
And it's unfortunate when friends fall out, particularly over money. All right, tell me what happened. You loaned Mr. Johnson some money, is that correct?
Yes, well, we were best friends for about 2.5 to 3 years. He came to me in February of 2000 and asked me, can he loan some money?
It was a gift, Your Honor. I lent, she gave me the money as a gift.
I'm sorry, but you asked, can you borrow the money?
How much money are we talking about?
Around $925.
$25?
Yes, ma'am.
She would just give you a gift of $925, Mr.
Well,
Johnson?
Your Honor, what happened was she gave me the money because I was telling her about I was trying to get me an apartment and I wanted to move in. And I need money for things like to get my lights turned on for deposits.
Okay,
so
you asked to borrow that money.
She knew I didn't have the money to pay her all back, and it's not like she gave it to me all in one lump sum, that I would make arrangements and give it to her when I could.
So you are saying, though, that you had planned to give it back to her. You're just going to give it back to her when you could. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Your Honor.
We made agreements that he was going to give it back to me in about 2 months. It's been at least about 6 months since February. And I haven't received any payment yet.
Okay, just like she gave the money to me in increments or what have you, that's the way I feel I should be able to pay her back. She gave me like,
all right, fine. What do you recommend?
She also owes me money too. When she got in a fight a couple weeks ago in the club, I had let her hold a necklace that cost like $100. It got popped. I didn't get any money back from that. So
where's the necklace? Where's the necklace?
I don't have it.
Where was the necklace?
Well, it was around my neck. He let me hold this when we were friends. But he wasn't going to get it back until I got my money back.
All right, let me tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to give you, what's a reasonable amount of time? How much time do you need to pay this money back?
It's going to take some time because I work, I have to pay my bills, and also it's some things that
Miss got some bills too.
Right, and
I'm giving you 6 months in which to pay this $925 back. I'm going to actually give you credit for the $100 necklace, so you've got 6 months to come up with the $825. It's just that simple. Either you get the necklace back to him, or we take the deduction. I am entering a judgment in favor of the plaintiff for $825.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Pam Laking charges that her 15-year-old daughter, Crystal, is fighting, doing drugs and skipping school. Crystal denies that she's out of control and says the only time she becomes defiant is when her mother won't let her see Breen.
So you are basically coming now to ask the court's intervention because you're concerned about your daughter's behavior. Specifically, you're concerned about her relationship with her boyfriend.
About 8 months ago, I had a daughter that was a good girl. And since she's met him, she's been skipping school. She's been kicked out of school. She's had an assault charge. She's doing drugs. She's sexually active and very disrespectful to myself.
How old are you?
15.
15 years old.
Yeah.
And how long have you been involved with this boyfriend?
Almost 10 months.
10 months?
Yeah.
And his name is?
Breen.
What are your grades like in school now?
She's failing almost all of them.
I didn't get anything higher than 60.
She got
60 is a D.
She got way under 60 on most of them.
So we got you suspended for school for fighting.
Yeah.
D's and F's grades. You're smoking.
Yeah.
How often are you smoking?
Every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
And you're sexually active with this new boyfriend?
Sometimes she comes home, most of the time she doesn't.
So she's staying out days at a time? Yeah. She is living in your house, and she is a 15-year-old child, and she's staying out days at a time? I don't understand this.
That's the problem. I can't stop her. I'm worried about where she's going from here.
Why can't you stop her?
Because she doesn't listen. If I tell her not to stay there or go to his house, she runs away and his parents let her stay there.
But you are her mother.
I know that.
And you're in charge.
Supposed to be.
All right, I'm gonna get back to this in a minute. Is this, I understand, Sergeant, that the boyfriend is here. I want to meet him. All right, if you'll introduce yourself for the record for the court, please. Your name?
Breen Guillemette.
All right, and you've been dating Crystal.
Yep.
I understand she's smoking pot at your house every day.
Yeah. It's actually her own choice if she wants to smoke pot, and basically, yeah.
You understand she's been kicked out of school?
Yeah, I have nothing to do with that. That was over different matters. I don't know how I could stop that. I go to a totally different school than her, so.
She is a 15-year-old child who stays at your house overnight.
Yeah.
She told me that you all were sexually active. So she's having sex in your parents' home. And your parents don't say anything about this?
My parents are not aware of it.
They're not aware of it?
Yeah.
Why are you with him, Crystal?
Because I love him.
How do you know what love is?
Because it just feels right.
So you're flunking out of school, you're smoking every day, and where is that going to lead you?
Well, in my school we have cosmetology, and I'm taking hair care, and then when I'm done that, I'm going to be a hairdresser, and I'm opening my own shop.
But you have to be there to be able to
pass
it.
Well, I will go there. I do go.
You're the mother.
I know.
And I am telling you that if it takes the police understanding and you going and having the police be at that house, and she needs a reality check. But I am telling you,
she has no voice. She doesn't. He speaks everything for her. She's lost all her friends. She doesn't go out with her friends. They haven't done anything this past summer except for go to his house and watch movies, smoke and have sex. Is all I believe they've done.
If he gets tired of you and kicks you aside, you're going to be up the creek because you're going to be lost. So you need to get a grip on what you're doing. And I think you are really a bad influence on her. But it seems to me that you're out of control and you don't have any parents telling you what to do at home either. And that's a whole nother issue.
I think that each person makes their own choices. So if she chooses to make her choices,
and you know what I think?
Choice, right?
I think you're a big mouth and hush. I think that what has happened is that she has made some bad choices, starting with having you as a boyfriend. So yes, you're right. People do make their own choices, and you're right. She has made choices, and I'm telling you, I think that they're bad choices because I think that you are no good for her. So have that. Now, having said that, I am going to order Crystal participate fully in a special program near your home for some advice regarding this drug abuse, whether you think is drug abuse or not, it is. Crystal, you are ordered to participate in this counseling program. He's going to go into this counseling program with you, because I think it will be very important for both of you all to have that as a way of getting your lives in order and on track. We're going to have the caseworker monitoring this case continuously so that we can have some results. You all may be excused. Thank you.
Jackie Leonard is charging her daughter, Brandy, with deprivation and neglect of her 14-month-old son, Dustin. Brandy says that she's a good mother and that admits that she likes to go out and have fun, but thinks her mother should be more supportive rather than constantly nagging her.
Ms. Leonard, I have reviewed the complaint that you filed with the court, and I understand that you're deeply concerned about your daughter, Brandy. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And that she has a baby?
Yes.
And that you're concerned about her relationship with this baby. How old is the baby?
He would be 14 months on the 24th of this month.
And how old is your daughter?
She's 18. My main concern is she's not being a responsible parent when it comes to the baby. She leaves the babies, you know, when she can, anywhere she can, when it's convenient for her, so she can do her own thing.
That's not true at all. The only person that's ever watched my little boy was my friend Jessica, and that's the only one besides my mom and my grandma.
What about the people on the west side?
That's when I was dating Guy.
And you left him for days at a time because they were trying to locate me.
So she's not living in your home at this time?
Yes, she is living there now.
But at this time, she was not living in your home?
No, I had thrown her out.
Why did you throw her out?
She wouldn't listen to anything I would say, totally disrespect me, come and win as she wanted. I'm tired of that.
That's a lie.
What about leaving the baby, though, in places that your mother has described?
That's a lie. When I was dating my boyfriend on the west side, when she kicked me out, her sister would watch my baby.
The boyfriend that you're talking about, is that the child's father?
No.
She's told me 2 or 3 different people, and I think mainly she told me different names to try to make me mad. First it could be Chuck, Josh, and then I hear this other guy. I don't know.
Why is it that you don't know who's the father of this child?
I think that it's Chuck. Everybody, I mean, I slept with Josh too, so that's why there's a chance.
So you have had sexual relationships with more than one person?
2.
Now, I understand from the complaint that's been filed that you are Chuck Trout and that you are Josh Bennington. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And Brandy, you have filed a complaint with the court because you are now seeking a DNA determination to see who the father is of your child.
Well, I was dating him for like maybe...
Him being who?
Josh.
You were dating Josh?
For about 5 months, and then he cheated on me with my cousin, so like probably 2 or 3 weeks after that, me and Chuck got together.
Now, what's the relationship between Chuck and Josh? Do you all know each other?
Yes, it's my brother.
All right. All right, tell me your side of it. Who wants to go first, Chuck?
Me. Well, you know, we started, I kind of took her from my brother, and okay, we started going out, then we kind of broke up, we got to a fight, and then she broke up with me right in front of my house, and then she took my brother and went upstairs and slept with him.
She has just broken up with your brother. And then you go and have sexual relations with her the same time?
Well, she just broke up with me, and then he had sexual relations with her.
Do you believe you're the father of this child?
Maybe.
I am going to call in the DNA expert. You've been previously sworn, and you are under oath.
Yes.
And the DNA test has been performed, is that correct? And you have the results.
That's correct.
Tell me how accurate these results are, please.
These results are accurate. They're 99.99% accurate. We found that the father of the child is Charles Trout.
Bam.
I was positive that he was mine. I was just, you know, I wanted to make sure.
You weren't so positive 5 minutes ago.
I was, but you don't understand. She slept with my whole family.
No. Every time I take him
Chuck,
to...
Harry, we all did it.
No.
What, you do not blame me for wondering
and the
why?
next minute is not.
The fact is that you have slept with Chuck, with Josh, and I don't know who else. But you know, right now, that is not of my concern right this minute. I now know that Chuck is the father, and I know that we've got a baby that your mother is concerned about. Ms. Leonard, you are doing too much. I know that you are the grandmother and that you love this child, but as long as you are taking on this responsibility, it is not doing anything but allowing her to slip through and not do what she's supposed to do. Ultimately, this child is your responsibility, Brandy. I want to get a plan. Now, I am going to order, Brandy, that you and Chuck be involved in parenting skills classes. That's part of the order today. And I expect you to step up. I expect you to be partners in parenting. I don't care whether you all personally love each other or not, frankly. I am not magical. I can't make that happen. But I do expect you to be strong parents in parenting. Because I tell you, you don't get another chance to get it right for this precious baby. I'm hoping that we can all pull together and do what's in this child's best interest. If there's nothing further, we will stand adjourned.
She's accused of lies, theft, and violence.
She put the cat in the freezer. That's what really scared me.
Why would you put the cat in the freezer?
I don't know why I did it.
It's a method to your madness.
Whatever. How dare you talk to your mother like that?
It all started when she was 7. I adopted a cat from ASPCA, and she put the cat in the freezer.
Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Why would you put the cat in the freezer?
It was an unexplainable motion, and I don't know why I did it. But in all, I told her the truth, and I told her that I put the cat in the freezer, and I was really sorry for it.
Do you talk back to your mother?
Yes.
Why?
Sometimes it gets to a point where she's arguing with me about something that's off the wall, and I don't like to take it from anybody. So if she doesn't want to listen to how I feel, then I just shout it out to her.
There was an incident where you were in the bathroom and you asked your daughter to clean up the bathroom. What happened with this situation?
I said, get up now and go in and clean the bathroom. So she got up slamming things, her usual, slamming, knocking things over. So she goes in the bathroom, oh, it's no cleaner in here. So, you know, she's like up in my face. So I said, look, don't make me knock you down. I don't want to have to knock you down. I said, because you do this every time I say clean up. She took the bleaching pine and she threw it at me.
No, I did not.
Because I have on glasses,
What?
I have...
Wait, let me understand this. She picked up bleach?
No, it was, the bottle was open. It was a pine bottle, and I usually mix the pine and bleach together to clean the bathroom.
Right, but cleaning solution was in the bottle.
It was in the bottle, and she took it and she slung it.
LaQuana, talk to me. Did you throw cleaning fluid, bleach in your mom's face?
She was gonna hit me, so I put my arm up and I had the cleaner in my hand. So when I put the cleaner up, it slung or whatever because it was filled to the top. I did not throw the cleaner in her face.
See, she put a middle finger up at me.
I went like this.
Okay, another one of her hobbies that I had to put a stop to. She would order magazines, dirty magazines.
Is that true, LaQuana?
Sexual magazines.
Is it true?
Me and my friends got together and we ordered them.
First thing I'm thinking is, well, this child must be having sex.
All right, LaQuana, your mother said a lot. Talk to me. What's happening in your life?
She says, oh, I'm sexually active. I'm not like these little chickens that's running around here. I like to wear pants. I'm not like
to be around boys.
Yeah, because
it's a method to your madness.
Whatever. Of course you would know.
How dare you talk to your mother like that? Tell me why you're crying.
Because I'm tired.
I know that we cannot solve this overnight, but I do think that one of the things that we need to move aggressively on is to find her a mentor, big sister type. I'm going to recess this case, and we're going to monitor it, and we're going to see about getting her a mentor, and we're going to follow up on this case. All right, if there's nothing further, you may be excused. All right, Ms. Chappelle, we had a tough time when we were here before, and I sent your daughter to spend some time with a young woman who had made some bad choices in her life. I spent a long time with you when you were here the other day, and you swore to me up and down that you were no longer stealing.
We were walking up and down looking at the CDs, and there was little Kim CDs that I wanted, and I tried to take that one, but I gave it back to him before I walked out the store.
How did she get the CD?
I have no idea what she said to that man because I left out.
You had a CD out of the store that didn't belong to you.
And I was trying to steal it, but I felt bad, so I gave it back.
And just because you didn't get out the door with the CD, the truth is that you picked up that CD fully intending to steal it, and had the buzzer not gone off and you gotten caught, you'd have walked out the door with the CD. After I spent a whole bunch of time with you in my office, after I got you a mentor to spend some time with you, after I have pleaded with you to get your act together, you come in here, you cry, you carry on, and then the next thing I know, on the same day that you're out, you go with your mother and steal a CD. You are a liar. Now, how do you expect me to trust you? I send you out, and the first thing you do is, after I send you out, is that you try to steal a CD. She's going to be ordered to do 40 hours of community service in a homeless shelter, Ms. Chappelle, for starters. I want you to be in a homeless shelter with some young girls who don't have a mother, who wish they had a home to go home to. You don't want to do what you're supposed to do, then the next step is I'm taking her out of the home and sending her to a youth ranch. Nothing further will stand adjourned. I am wholly disappointed in you, but you have an opportunity to turn this around, and you better have turned it around before I see you. We'll stand in recess.